Front anti-roll bar install part 2 and part 1 of the front brake hoses. Well, I ended up just sanding down the balls and the inside of the joints for the anti-roll bar, copper grease inside of the joint, and was able to push both of the balls into the joints. To get the other side, and you kind of have to bend the bar a little bit, which is fine. And also, I had to pull the bar out a little bit in order to line up the mounting brackets that bolt onto the chassis. Um, and then just screwed them in. Pretty simple. Uh, that went so smoothly, I decided to move on to the next bit, which is the front brake hoses in the same section. Um, these ones look pretty straightforward as well, although I didn't finish this session. The hoses come in a bag with 3 hoses, 2 for the front, they're labeled as such, and then 1 for the rear in the future. Um, the washers that they want you to get actually are not in the brake hoses bag. I got them from the uprights box. They were inside a bag that also had the box of brake pads. These washers, you want to test them, make sure they're the right one by fitting them onto the uh, adapter that go onto the caliper. There is a locator on one side of the adapter, and the washer should fit right on. And then you screw these onto the caliper. The torque specs are not listed in the manual, but looking at other blogs, they mentioned that the old versions of the manual had torque specs, so I followed those. The adapter on the caliper torques to 25 Newton meters, and then 10 Newton meters for everywhere else. Now, I didn't finish because after I got the other side of the hose into the hole in the chassis to connect to the copper brake line inside the chassis, I couldn't get the copper line to line up properly with the hose so I don't cross thread them. So I'm gonna do a little bit of research to make sure I install these properly, and I'll do another session.